Chief pontiff of a prominent Lingayat Mutt in Karnataka's Chitradurga has been accused of sexually assaulting girl students at the institution. Mysuru City Police have registered an FIR against Shivamurthy Murugha Sharanaru, chief of Murugha Mutt in Chitradurga, after a complaint was filed on behalf of two survivors. He's been booked under sections of Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act. Despite the complaint, police have taken no action against the seer, who was seen waving at his supporters from the Mutt. He has denied all the charges, saying he will emerge clean. Former Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa has backed the seer, calling the charges a conspiracy against the seer within their Mutt. An FIR has also been registered against 4 other persons, including the warden, Rashmi. In a counter-complaint, Murugha Mutt warden filed a rape and kidnap case against former MLA and S.K. Basavarajan. The case was registered by the warden. Basavaraj has been accused of sexually abusing the children and Rashmi from the day when he took over as the administrator of the Mutt.
ಒಂದು ಹಂತದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಥ ಒಂದು ಅಭಿಮಾನದ ಚಿಲುಮೆಯನ್ನು ಆ ದಿಸೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೂ ಹೆದರುವಂತ ಒಂದು ಅಗತ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಕಾನೂನನ್ನ ಗೌರವಿಸೋಣ. ಆ ದಿಸೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಹಂತದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಥ ಒಂದು ಅಭಿಮಾನದ ಚಿಲುಮೆಯನ್ನು.
Chief Minister Bomai has promised a probe, but politicians across the spectrum have backed this year. Listen in.
ಅದರ ಒಂದು ಕೇಸು ಪ್ರಮುಖವಾಗಿರುವಾಗ ಪಾಸ್ಕೋ ಕೇಸು ಕೂಡ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಚಿತ್ರದುರ್ಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಿಡ್ನ್ಯಾಪ್ ಕೇಸು ಕೂಡ ಆಗಿದೆ. 2 ಕೇಸುಗಳನ್ನು ಪೊಲೀಸರು ದಾಖಲೆ ಮಾಡಿ ತನಿಖೆ ನಡೆಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಮಾತನಾಡೋದಾಗಲಿ ವ್ಯಾಖ್ಯಾನ ಮಾಡೋದಾಗಲಿ ಅದು ಆ ತನಿಖೆ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಯಿಂದ ಸರಿಯಲ್ಲ. ಪೊಲೀಸರಿಗೆ ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣ ಸ್ವತಂತ್ರ ಇದೆ. ಅವರು ತನಿಖೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಸತ್ಯ ಹೊರಗೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ.
ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಮಠದಲ್ಲಿರೋದೇ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ಷಡ್ಯಂತ್ರ ಇದು. ತನಿಖೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಸತ್ಯಾಸತ್ಯ ಹೊರಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅವರು ಎಲ್ಲದರಿಂದ ಮುಕ್ತಿಯಾಗಿ ಹೊರಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇಡೀ ನಾಡಿನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಜನ ಗೌರವ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
ನನಗೆ ಈವರೆಗೂ ಅವ್ರ ಬಂಧನದ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಏನ್ ಕಾನೂನು ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಪೊಲೀಸರು ಕ್ರಮ ತಗೊಂಡು ಆ ರೀತಿ ಪ್ರೊಸೀಜರ್ಗಳು ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ.
ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಬೆಳಗಾವಿ ಯಾಕೆ
ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ. ಅವರೇ ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಸುದ್ದಿ ಇದೆ.
ಸರ್, ಏನ್ ಕಾನೂನು ಪ್ರಕ್ರಿಯೆ ನಡೀತಿದೆ ಸರ್?
ಏನ್ ನಡೀಬೋದು ಈ ಇಂಥ ಕೇಸ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅದೆಲ್ಲವೂ
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಸೂಕ್ಷ್ಮವಾಗಿ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಇದನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡಿದೆ ಈ ಪ್ರಕರಣ?
ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಏನೂ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ. FIR ಆಗಿದೆ, ಪೊಲೀಸರು ತಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಏನಾದರೂ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟಿಗೇಷನ್ ಟೀಮ್
ನಾವು ಸರ್ಕಾರದಿಂದ ಯಾವ ನಿರ್ದೇಶನವನ್ನು ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ. ಅದು ಮಾಡಿ ಇದು ಮಾಡಿ ಆ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಬಿಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುವಂತ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಪೊಲೀಸರು ಕಾನೂನು ಕಾಯ್ದೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿದೆ.
I don't know the fact. According to me, I have seen that he is a very noble man who has done some great contribution to the state. Let me leave it to the. Let me not interfere with the whatever the police or the government is doing, right? Because I can't only reply to whatever you are telling. Let me examine it, then I'll come back to you.
ಈಗ ಚಿತ್ರದುರ್ಗದ ಮುರುಘಾ ಮಠ ಇಡೀ ರಾಜ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಖ್ಯಾತಿ. ಆದರೆ ಆ ಸುದ್ದಿಗಳು ಕೇಳಿ ಒಂದು ರೀತಿ ಬೇಸರ ಆಯಿತು. ಇದು ಒಂದು ರೀತಿಯ ಅನಿಷ್ಟವಾದ ಸುದ್ದಿ. ನಾನು ಭಗವಂತನಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಇದು ಸುಳ್ಳಾಗಲಿ ಅಂತ. ತನಿಖೆ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ. ತನಿಖೆ ವರದಿ ಬಂದ ನಂತರ ಏನು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ನಾವು ಅದು ಹಂಗಾಗಿದೆ ಹಿಂಗಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಎರಡೂ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ತಪ್ಪಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ತನಿಖೆ ನಂಬ್ಕೊಂಡಿರೋ ನಾವು ತನಿಖೆನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೋ ಅದನ್ನು ಒಪ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ.
I also hope, pray that it is a conspiracy. Why? Because we don't want people's faith to get hampered. Because this is a very, very important, a very prominent Mutt of Karnataka. There are lakhs of people who have their belief, and we don't want people to lose their belief on the system of the Mutt and Gurukul, we would pray. But if there is any involvement from any party, whether it is Seer or Mr. Baswaraj or any person, everybody has to be taken a strong action, and law definitely has to take its own course, because children's safety is far more important than anything else.
In Blood Practice organization, he is not there, no longer in the custody. I do not know about it unless you have the further information. According to me, he has come back to the Mutt. That's one aspect. That's forget about it. This is a case, a typical case where a false complaint has been hatched by conspirators to demoralize Swamiji and to blackmail Swamiji and to bring disrepute to the institution and to a greatest organization which has been there since 12th century. He is a great man having a great reputation. That does not mean inquiry should not be held. That does not mean investigation should not be held. The investigation must be held.
As much as we stand with the Seer and the devotees and the Lingayat community, the security and the safety of these young children are also very important for us. They should also be taken care of. The law of the land is the same. The BJP government is in the ruling dispension. Everything is under their hands. What they want to do, how they want to take this case is absolutely left to them. We want a free and fair trial at both ends. The Seer has to be given his due chance for representation, and equally the two children as well. Because, this religious institution, religion is a matter of faith. And here, we are not talking about faith of one or two individuals. It is the faith of crores of Karnatakas. Such is the, the veracity or the depth of this particular institution. They have been here for a long time. They have done excellent work. So there is a lot of faith, and the faith has to be protected. So keeping all these things in mind, there are multiple dimensions to this. It's a very sensitive case. The allegations are extremely serious. We have seen earlier some Swamijis getting stuck with such things. So I hope and pray that this year comes out clean.
We must always be worried and bothered and concerned when people in positions of power like this particular Mutt Seer, who claims that his statement is above the complaint of the child survivors. Imagine that he says that don't believe in rumors. Now these are not rumors. If an FIR has been registered, we'll have to wait for the investigation to happen. But that does not mean that we have somebody like BIS actually coming and vouching and giving a good conduct certificate to a Seer. He has no role over there. We have to wait for the state machinery to take action, due course of law, and then realize and understand whether the children have made the correct complaint or not. But before that, will the police give the same kind of, leeway to other people who may also have been had under such complaints?
Yeah. Now joining us from Bengaluru to bring us up to speed with the very latest. Sagai, first tell us about all the allegations and accusations, and then of course the politics is going to be a natural byproduct of all that is going on, because this involves the Mutt as well. First, let's begin with all the accusations.
The allegations is quite clear, but by NGO called Odanadi has filed a FIR against this particular ashram as well as a few people, including this main seer of Murugha Rajendra Swami. And they have alleged that these girls were being sexually abused by these people for a certain period of time. And they have filed an FIR, and the case was initially filed at Mysore, and it was being later on transferred to Chitradurga Rural Police Station. As of now, the Mutt is at the Swamiji is still at the Mutt, and the investigation under progress. And today, what we also get to learn is the statement will be recorded under section CRPC.
All right, Sagai, thanks so much for joining us with those details.